Very sorry about whatever happened till now because network issues are plenty, I think, and the voice was not at all clear as per the messages which I was receiving. So we made a decision to end the live session there and make this recording and then post it on the page. Maybe this would be more useful to you. So Ragesh, we were talking about different types of parenting skills, and we talked already for authoritarian, permissive, and democratic. And without any further argument, we all agree that democratic parenting style can be better to give a holistic development to a child. Now we come to the point that why certain issues would be more, why children they don't follow us, or why they don't want to listen to us. Reasons can be many. The first one, which is very important, is the motivation of the child. Why a child should listen to you? Just because you are their parents? Just because you are making sure that they are eating 3 meals and you are able to take care of their needs? Unfortunately, that doesn't work for human being. For human being, more than this is interest, is motivation to listen to someone. Now, as a parent, what makes you interesting for a child? You getting gifts for them? I'm sorry, that's a myth. It doesn't work out. Yes, if you play with them, that really brings a lot of motivation. So rather than parent, first try to become a playmate of the child from the very young age, because play can teach them different aspects. It's not only physiological development, it's their cognitive development. If you are sportive, my child would not have any fear to fail. He might fail happily. He might accept that and work on the error, whatever he or she is into.
I would like to add one more thing over here, Pooja. Play teaches you a lot of things about competition also.
Yes.
Competition in a very healthy way. Today, nowadays, in academics, if you look at, if I can quote the number of cases that who are coming to us, or the clients who are coming to us with learning problems specifically, most of them will be having a fear of failure and resulting in anxiety. So many of the children are having heightened level of anxiety during exams. One
You're
of the
right.
reasons this
Yes.
is being this. So if we can make it in a very playway method to accept failures and to work more on how to do it. So then the anxiety part, I'm not saying that the child will become highly intelligent immediately and will be able to do things, but the anxiety part can be minimized and the child will be able to perform what he or she has learned actually.
Exactly.
So that part can be taken care of.
Very true.
I would like
Very true.
I just wanted to add this.
Very true. So let's say you became very interesting person for the child and he or she is following you. Still, what can cause certain problems? The very important part, communication. Poor communication can break a complete family setup. It can create a very sick environment in the family. What is poor communication? It's like yelling, holding grudges against someone, giving silent treatment, and I think we females are pretty good at it. They can shout, but we don't shout at that moment. We keep the grudge inside and then later we take nice revenge.
Yes, they have a different way of doing things. Like they will have their account book. You know that.
Yeah, we have big account books.
Yeah,
yes.
Let's not get into
yeah.
it. Right? Let's
In bad communication strategies, we blame each other. We try not to talk about the behavior. We try to label the child as bad or good or not useful, useless, and all those things. We also make an error of giving them ultimatums and giving them threats, which generally we don't mean. We don't mean to give them. Now, if you have bad communication, what would be the result? You will have a lot of noise in the family and a sick environment would be there. False assumptions would be there all around us. You feel that you can read others' mind and you are able to definitely guess what they're thinking about and you jump to conclusions very easily. Unnecessary arguments would be there. A constant fear that what others will react as. And even the humor would be taken as a sarcasm all the time. Constant stress, fear, insecurities, then finally a broken family. I don't think any one of us, we want that kind of family system. If you are having any of this and how you can resolve, please, I would just tell you about certain very, very simple points which if we practice, we can get rid of bad communication strategies. I want definitely family members to communicate very frequently to each other. Maybe at least by having one meal together. Communication very clearly and directly, not in hidden languages. As I already said, assumptions can make both the sides fool. Be an active listener, that's very important. Try to develop trusting relationships. Try not to hide things, because hiding things can result in more trouble later. Pay attention to the body language of your communicator. Be positive, that's very important. Focus on your family strength. Do family assessments very frequently. What is this family assessment? It's nothing but what are the strengths in your family? Who is good at what? That is definitely going to maintain self-esteem of each and every family member, because we are not adjusting every time. We must adapt to things. Adaptation would give result to more consistent and beautiful environment at home. Adjustment gives you a sense of compromise all the time. I did it because you never gave me the opportunity. I had to behave this way, or I had to make that decision because my environment did not allow. So why to adjust? Why not to adapt? Ask directly, what do you want? Try not to go round the bush. No psychics, please. Listen to yourself. Stand in front of the mirror and communicate something and see the way you are communicating. Is it really giving the same intention what you meant to? Very important. Please, please, please don't use the words which you never wanted to. No matter how angry you are, if you really feel that you are losing your control over your verbal commands, please take a break. Take a break. Ask everyone to give you some space. Calm down, because again, emotional charges are not going to communicate things. It's your content which should be communicated. That's very, very important. Complete attention of yours without she being putting any effort to attract you. Like, what communication we need. I don't want my child to seek the attention of others. I want my child to get the complete attention without any of these wrong behaviors. Why children, they feel that I'm not being attended to? When your priorities are little different. When you feel that this job is more important rather than listening to the child will definitely get into difficult behaviors to make you attracted towards him or her. That's very, very important. Please make a point that we are not giving them this kind of opportunity. Please, all the biological needs of the child should be satisfied. It's food, it can be sleep, very, very important thing. So make sure that these things are already taken care of. Make sure that the children have some schedule. Please, it is not a verbal schedule. And this becomes quite a nagging thing in the family, Ragesh. Constantly telling the child, do this, do that. Come on, you have not even brushed your teeth till now. You are not taking bath. You take so much of time. This constant noise, verbal noise, is creating a sickness in the child also. Please make a visual timetable. If the child has not followed your given schedule, or the schedule which you two made with a mutual understanding, please give the consequence rather than constantly reminding them. If you are reminding them about the schedule, what mistake you are doing? You are making them dependent on yourself again. So of course my child will look at you when he or she is like kind of without any task. So to make them independent and to make the environment little more happy, make a visual timetable. Ask the child to check what next he or she is supposed to do. Please learn how to ignore also. This is a vacation time. Kids are also not having a complete schedule in place. You are also a human being, and specifically in this corona vacation, what's happening? No mates are there. We have to do every possible thing on our own. So you cannot become Goddess Durga all of a sudden. You can't have 20 hands. So please ignore children when they are doing very mild mischievous things and they want to have their own set of fun. It's completely all right. Kindly don't pay attention to everything. That is going to make your life more miserable. Please, any screen time only after the child has performed the given task. No screen time otherwise. What do you say, Ragesh?
Talking about that, I would like to add on to this point that give the task considering the vacation time, not that oh, my child is losing upon those many school days or work hours, so let me just gear the child up. We don't know after the school starts what's going to be the schedule, so let's not have that anxiety being poured into the child and then make him from 8 to 6. I have heard some of our children saying that in our colony, saying that they are stuck from 8 to 6. So which doesn't make any sense. Okay, because they understand that the other kids in the locality or in their environment are all having fun, they are all playing around. So after all, they are also kids. Let's try to respect that. They and play is a very important part of it. This is the time, though social distancing is being advocated, socialization is not being banned. So let us try to do that within the family situation itself, and let us bond together very well.
I think this is one opportunity what we all have got. I got a break almost after 20 years to sit at home and to really spend time with myself first of all.
Yes, it is most of a lifetime opportunity that we have got, which should be utilized in the most appropriate manner.
Exactly, exactly. Now I know when I say that screen time should be totally in adults' control and it should be given only after the task completion, many of you would have started thinking, Pooja, they will throw big temper tantrum. Let them throw, it's their right, because you have taken something which was extremely motivating, almost like an alcohol, almost they were dependent on that. So they will show the withdrawal symptoms. They may cry, they may make noise, they may throw things, all that would happen. But do you allow? Temper tantrum, as far as crying is concerned, is allowed. Let them cry, no problem at all. But they cannot break anything, they cannot destroy or damage any of the item. Once they calm down, do give them the opportunity to win your appreciation. How do you do that? You asked a child to sit and write, for example, 1 page of handwriting. And the child said, I'm not going to do this. I want TV. And you were very consistent on your demand that without writing this, I'm not going to give you any TV. How do we negotiate then? When the child has calmed down and he is ready to listen to you, you will say that for each sentence of completed handwriting, you will get 2 minutes of TV. So 10 sentences equal to 20 minutes. You can watch 20 minutes very easily. So please proportionate your demand and the reward what you get. I think none of you would like that somebody is making you work for 20,000 rupees and giving you only 5,000. You won't like that. So please, whatever rewards you are giving your children without their knowledge, they are called privileges. Give them only after the task is completed. Privileges like playtime, privileges like screen time, privileges like you cook for them what they want to eat, privileges like outings. You take them sometimes out for a movie, for a mall visit and other things. All these are privileges. And please, 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 dear mothers, you have so much of control in your hand. Don't give up. We give up because we start thinking about others. We give up because we want to gain control over the situation in any possible way. We try to gain control just to please others. Example, you are over phone and the child comes and asks you right at that moment, Mama, can I watch TV? Now you say yes because you are over phone. You want to finish this talk, you don't want any disturbance. What my child has learnt in this situation, whenever my mama is over phone, best time, go and ask for TV. Whenever you are in front of your mom-in-law, at that time my child may come and ask you for the demand, what he or she wants. If the child is at the public place and you do not buy what they demanded, children, they try to throw big temper tantrum over there. What do you think immediately? What others would think about me? Do they think that I don't have any control over the child? Or what kind of scene is he creating? You fulfill the child's demand, but you don't realize that the child is writing in his brain one more rule. Public places, rolling down on the floor is equal to fulfilling my demands. So please, do not give up. This world is not your spectator. This world would definitely praise you if your child is becoming more self-controlled, more self-reliant, exploratory, with having a sense of balance in the mind. And you have the key in your hand. One more simple caution, please try not to say all the time, let your father come, I will let him know what all you did. When you say that, what are you communicating to the child? that as a mom, you don't have the control. It's the father who is having the main control. So kindly don't get into this kind of trap. That's very, very difficult then. It's very important that you should have control in terms of very unconditional love, affection, and consequences whenever a wrong behavior has happened. This balance would solve the situation in a more easy way. It's not that these strategies are enough for all kinds of problem behavior, but yes, it will sort out many, many things. For any specific inquiry, please contact us at info@totalsolutionforlearning.com. You can meet us online by booking an appointment through Sridhar, and his contact number is 888 600 8697. Thank you so much.